Hey, Grace House Churches. My name is Josh. I hope you've enjoyed dinner and are excited to talk about vision. So this was the first week of the Vision series, and to catch you up on the story, this is our third year to do Vision series. The first year we talked about loving the ocean, being the kind of people that are motivated by a love for Jesus to then build the boat. What kind of boat? We said not a battleship, not a cruise liner, but an aircraft carrier. So we have love the ocean, build the boat. And now we have this idea of charting the course, because boats are safe in the harbor, but they weren't designed to stay in the harbor. So how do we chart the course for our lives is what we talked about this week. We started with this proverb that shows us that where there is no vision, people perish. And that word vision is not just, a picture of the future. It's actually a prophetic vision. Where there's no word from God, then people, they're unrestrained. They don't know which way to go. They don't know what's best for them in the future. So we started there and we said, where there's no vision, people perish. And then I invited you to have a certain posture as you move forward in your vision. And this comes from James chapter 4, where Jesus' little brother, James, tells us, now listen, you who say today or tomorrow we'll go to this city and spend money here, do business there. You don't even know what's going to happen to you tomorrow. What is life? It's a mist that appears for a little while, then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it's the Lord's will, we'll do this or we'll do that. And so this idea of planning is a biblical idea, but you have to plan with a posture that recognizes our life is fleeting and our life, it vanishes quickly. It is a vapor. And so our posture is, God, maximize our lives for your glory. We're going to make our plans, but we're going to submit those plans to you, recognizing you're in control of everything. Our vision never supersedes your vision. God, we surrender to you. So it's with that approach we said we need two things. We need a vision for the season we're in, and we need a vision for the life we want to have. So some of us have little babies at home. Some of us have small kids. Some of us have junior high and high school kids. Some of us are empty nesters. Whatever season of life you're in, would you ask God for a word on how you can live out the next season you're in? What do you need to grow in? What do you need to scale back on? What do you need to prioritize? How can you ensure that you maximize His glory in the season you're in? And then secondly, we said we don't need New Year's resolutions. We don't need best practices for a moment. We need a rule of life that helps us become the people we want to be. So a rule of life is an intentional, conscious plan to keep God's law and His rule at the center of everything we do. And so we're trying to give you some practical ways to do this with a handout. So your house church leader should be giving you either a physical handout, or they're going to walk you through what does it look like to make Jesus the center of my life in these areas. So we're going to have a time of evaluation where we talk about where we are right now, and then a time of casting vision for ourselves of who we want to be. So listen to me, friends. My hope is that you have the life you want, and you're not going to get there on accident. And if you don't have vision, that can be deadly. So would you be willing over the next hour to just surrender yourself to your community and to the Lord, and talk about where you need to grow, why you need to grow, be honest about where you are, and to be hopeful about what God could do in the future. And by God's grace, we could chart the course for our lives in this season and ultimately all the way to our eulogy. So I hope that we're the kind of people that live out the vision God has given us to be.